Hello. I wanted to come on and share with you about a fun little Valentine's project that I've been working on. They're activity kits for kids in my neighborhood. But first, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of you have mentioned in my comments that my videos are very soothing and that my voice is very soothing, and I appreciate that. That's actually done intentionally, and so I know for some of you sometimes if you're just here to look at the craft, it might sound like I'm talking too low, or maybe I'm taking a long time talking. And so I wanted to introduce this part of my channel. I'm hoping to intentionally do some videos that are creative and inspiring and that you enjoy looking at. They're beautiful, or projects that just make you happy. But I also want to do some things that are calming and peaceful. And so I may intentionally do some videos that are on topics that help make things easier or provide ease, maybe make your life simpler or solve some problems. But also sometimes my videos may just be something calming for you to watch, to relax. Some of you will probably find this through the tag ASMR. If you're not familiar with ASMR, it's really about intentionally creating calming or videos that maybe for some people they're sounds, or certain visuals may trigger their nervous system to get tingles or just really to be relaxing. And I know for myself, I discovered them a few years ago in a time when I was really stressed, and I found them really helpful just to calm myself. And so I thought I'd release a few videos and see what you guys think of them. So this video, I made these little packets. They're just little activity packets with some card making and supplies. I'll show you what's in them in a minute. And these are for my neighbors, for neighborhood children. So I run some community groups, and I found that many of the neighbors were asking for activity kits or things to do with their kids right now. And so I wanted to give them their little Valentine kits, and I'll show you the inside. So here's a few of the kits, and inside each of these kits, first we have 4 of these card bases, and so they're kind of a cranberry color, and I had made these. I cut and folded them, and I had made a bunch of them. This is what my Christmas cards the last 2 years used. And I still had quite a few left, so I put them into sets of 5. And then, of course, I have to go with these, the children will get this stack of pattern papers that they can either just match up and glue down, or they can cut if they want. So they will need some sort of glue, depending on the age of the child. You know, you could use a glue stick or just some school glue. Those would be fine. So they'll have those to use. And then they also got a few little cutouts, little hearts. And a friend of mine actually made these, or printed them for me. And she just used a mix of a few different sheets. So there's this cute little fish. There's some sea creatures, your catch. And then there's a pineapple set. How fun is that? I love its sunglasses. It says spiky on the outside and sweet on the inside. There's some sloths. And they did have some quotes, but some of them I didn't have enough for all of them. This little cute seahorse. And then this is one of my very favorites. This cute little turtle. Look at his little heart up there, and I just love that smile. He's so sweet. And then it says, I eternally love you. So I think that's adorable. What a fun set. And then a few more hearts. Now to finish this off, all that they would need is some colored pencils to color in their little turtle or their other creatures. And then their sentiment could be colored in too. And then some glue. And so most people already have that, right? Some crayons or colored pencils and some glue. Either a glue stick or just some school glue. And so I think that's a really easy, cute little set. And then it just goes in. This is just a lunch bag that I folded down and I taped with some washi tape. And I have a stamp. It's my business address. So I do have a business stamp. So I just use that for the address and a little from stamp. And that was just kind of a fun way of saying who's it from. I'm going to put these up in my community group and let the neighbors say who wants it, and then I'll drive around and deliver them. And I did want to get these done a little early because it's going to take me a little time to deliver them, and then I want them to have time to make it and to send it on to someone else. And I just thought that would be a fun little way to share some love right now, or to, you know, kind of a nice little surprise for someone else. And then hopefully they also send it off, and it's a beautiful little gift to people they care about. And so I'll just show you a few more. This one again, like all of their papers are just a little bit different. And then, so this one has a little whale. Oops, little whale. And it says, I will always love you. There's a little sloth. And then this little pineapple that's different than the other one. And I think this one's actually pretty similar, but it also has the whale and the pineapple and a couple other sentiments. So it's just they're fun little sets that they took me the time. They didn't really cost me anything because I use supplies that I had around, which many of us crafters do. I actually even had the paper bags around. I had the stamps already. Like I said, a friend printed out and cut out the little images for the kids to color. And so a lot of it was just things that I kind of had around, which I know not all of us do. But I just thought that was a really fun, simple little kit. The other reason I wanted to show this, so I talked to someone recently who was telling me that they had moved and they had to pack their things up, and they weren't expecting their things to be in storage that long, so maybe they would have planned differently otherwise. But I know a lot of times many of us go to events and we don't want to carry everything with us, or maybe that is something. I clearly work in real estate, and that's my full-time thing that I do, and sometimes people do have to pack up their house for a while, and one of the things I suggest is that you make a kit for yourself. Now, maybe not this kit, maybe this would be a little bit small, but this gives you an idea of, well, what if you had a Valentine kit for yourself, and a birthday kit, and a few things like that. You could have some cut up pieces of paper, the cardstock, a few images, and you could tuck them away, and then you could have a variety of things that you could work on. And this is so tiny. And then if you, even for my crafters who, maybe you'd want to do something more detailed, maybe crayon and school glue isn't your thing. If you added the adhesives that we would use, maybe some art glitter glue, like this. Some art glitter glue might be more what we would choose. And for coloring, whether you did watercolors or Copics, or you could do colored pencils too. My adult crafters use those as well. But if you had something like this put together and all you had to put with it was your art glitter glue and Copics or something like that, that's still a really easy travel kit. And I think sometimes we forget that, it would be nice to put some of these kinds of kits aside. Sometimes we order them, right? Some of us do. But to have some kits like that, so you have something easy to grab and go, or if you were to pack up and put your things in storage for a while, that you have some options. And so I just like to show off how easily a kit can be done. And for these papers, so I literally just went through and picked some coordinating papers. Some of them don't coordinate as well as others, but kids are less picky. You could coordinate better. And I just cut 2 different sizes. I just sat there with my trimmer and just cut them down. So, your card's that big, it's your envelope, some pattern paper, and some images. And that's really all you need to get going on a card. So I hope that you found this relaxing, and I hope that maybe it gave you some ideas for ways that you could use kits, or maybe you want to get going on your Valentine cards. But I hope that it inspired you in some way. Have a good one.